Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and you guys, a brand new series today called aDrive to the top of Battlespot. Now, if you guys don't know, I've never actually played Battlespot before. I've never done VGC solo battling, but we're gonna try something a little bit different today. We're gonna do something very, very unique. It's something that's way out of my comfort zone. So you guys might know me as a battler in the GBA and the UCL, and I have a decent grasp on competitive battling, but I've never played doubles format. So this is gonna be the first time, like legitimately the first time I've ever done doubles. I don't know if I've ever done a VGC match before. So if you guys are super excited to watch me suck, you guys are welcome to show your love in the like button down below. That'd be really cool if we could hit 1,000 likes, guys. I really appreciate your support. And we do have a question of the day today with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful layout from my homie Coon Graphics, or Light Graphics, I think is his new name. Have you ever played VGC doubles before? So let me know what your thoughts are, because maybe you guys can help me. I'm gonna plan on doing this series a few times a week, I would say, and we'll see how it goes, man. So the first team, I'll break down briefly, and you have to bear with me because I've never used this team before. My buddy Nick, he also goes by Super Blah, he actually just sent me this team, and he said, hey, you know what, try this team out. He was talking about it, and it seems really neat, so we're gonna give it a go. You might see no Landorus, no Sylveons, no Kangaskhan's. What am I doing? Well, we're gonna try something funky, and this is about as cheap as you'll ever see me play. Because our goal here is to make our opponent quit and see how it goes. So I need to familiarize myself with the VGC format, guys. I haven't done so yet, so you gotta bear with me. So we're gonna be kicking things off with this Aromatisse. Got Trick Room, Reflect, Heal Pulse, and Protect. Do I know what this thing does? Not really, but it does have Aroma Veil, so people can't get taunted. That's its main purpose. We got Chansey here, which is gonna be the star of the show. It's got Minimize and Calm Mind. Ooh, that sounds really, really lame already, but it should be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to try to use this Minimize Chansey. Basically, the strategy is to minimize up 3 times, start calm minding, and proceed to win because they can't touch you. We've got this cool Gorgeist here. It's got Trick or Treat, Safeguard, and Will-O-Wisp. So you see it's actually rocking a Choice Scarf as well. I guess the idea behind this is, 1, you find out what your opponent's items are. 2, you can Will-O-Wisp things like Metagross if you need to, and you can also set up safeguards to protect your Chansey. And you can also do something a little bit shady, I suppose you could say, and Trick or Treat that Ghost typing over to the Chansey, which then makes it immune to fighting types because it'll be, you know, Ghost and normal. Kind of interesting, kind of cool. We'll see how it pays off. We got Lanoon here, which also has Symbol Beam. It'll pass on the ability Simple over to our Chansey to kind of double our stat boost with our Calm Minds and so on and so forth. And then we've got Ghostface the Sableye, which is one of our many, many stars here. It's supposed to team up with this Chansey. Use the Psych Up to steal the Chansey's Minimizes, and also use Recover to hold its own. Snarl hits both opponents, and Will-O-Wisp, which is of course going to burn its opponents. And then we've got this nice little Shuckle here, which is rocking Struggle Bug to lower my opponent's special attacks. Power Split and Guard Split. Which one does which? So this one's gonna switch, so you can use Power Split on your opponents, and you can use Guard Split with Chansey to give Chansey some insane defense stats. Can you just imagine you're splitting your defense stats with Chansey to make it even bulkier than ever before? So this is gonna be really fun. I'm excited. I don't plan on using teams like this all the time. I plan on actually using like legit, I mean, I guess this is a legit team, but using other teams. So again, I've never done this before. So we're gonna do you do online competition? No. I guess you do random matchup. I want to do rating, so we'll do rating. Oh, I need to register at the global link. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. Alright guys, looks like I'm all set with the game sync. You can clearly tell I've never done this before, so you gotta bear with me. So I think we're good. I think we have to just allow it to save the videos or whatever. And we're gonna see how this goes. So one of the things about this series that's gonna be a little bit different is I'm gonna do this live, right? So everything's obviously live, so you guys will see whatever happens. Like if I get absolutely bodied, you guys will see it. If I absolutely destroy a kid, you'll see it. You know, all that stuff. So eventually I'll be building my own teams and stuff like that. But for the first one, I thought it'd be fun to use this team because I was really excited about it, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to not show you guys Landos and stuff like that, Landos and Kangaskhan's and stuff. I need to register my system information. Do I want to register the system? Sure. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, so if I reset, okay, so I want to use my in-party team because my BattleBox team is bugged. So we'll see how this goes, man. Rating battle, double. Am I ready to battle? Sure, why not? Let's see how this goes. My rating is 1500. I have 0 wins and 0 losses. I've never even done a battle before, so let's find a trainer and let's hope that we get a nice little easy start here because I'm a little bit worried that I'm gonna get bodied right off the bat. But we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, like I said, I have to learn about. We're facing Phantom doubles only. He's 1593, so he's a little higher than us, but we'll see how it goes. So he's got a really interesting team. He's got that Typhlosion, Charizard, Sylveon, Ninetales, so a little bit of fire team, little sun team here. But it looks like actually I can do a couple different things. So I think the first thing I should do, I think I should lead with Chansey. And then I also think I should lead with Gourgeist, because if he leads with Hitmonlee, I can use Gourgeist to trick-or-treat the ghost typing to Chansey, which will allow me to be immune to fighting type moves, which could be very useful. And that'll allow me to start minimizing up, because if he fake outs me, it's not a huge deal. Or I could burn something as well. That kind of leaves me open to the fire types, but I think that's probably my best bet. I have to kind of get used to this, but this might not be the right way to go about it. But I'm also going to go with Shuckle and Sableye as my 4, and we'll see how that goes. Let's give it a go. We'll see. He seems to be very determinate and very decided on what he's going to do. So I have to get used to this, man. I don't know how this works. I've never played doubles, so we're gonna see how it goes. We'll give it a solid effort, and we'll just do our best. Maybe this will be terrible. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. I'm just trying to mix it up. So he's gonna leave with Ninetales and Typhlosion, trying to get that fire boost. Gourgeist is not gonna like this at all, to be perfectly honest. We may want to switch out here. Let me kind of evaluate what we got going on here. So I can Frisk. He's got Weakness Policy on the Ninetales and a Choice Scarf from the Typhlosion. Here comes the Drought. So he's really gonna be hitting us hard with these fire type moves, which is gonna be a problem. So Chansey's job is to minimize, which is fine because I could take any hit, and Gourgeist's job is to do a number of different things. I can safeguard, or I could trick my Scarf onto the Ninetales. I'm gonna die if I leave Gourgeist in here. So I'm thinking the Trick or Treat on the Chansey makes a lot of sense. I'm just worried that he's gonna, if he has Psyshock, that could be a problem on the Ninetales. Because it could do a decent amount to Chansey, but Chansey's pretty bulky. So do I want to Trick or Treat my Ghost typing to Chansey in case he's got Hitmonlee? Probably. Do I fear the fact that I get burned? Not really. Let's try this. Let's Trick or Treat our Ghost typing to Chansey, and we'll see how this goes. I don't know if Gourgeist is going to live because it's going to get hit by Eruption anyway. So the Eruption's going to come in, it's going to hit us all. Chansey's going to eat that up. Gourgeist is going to actually take a lot of damage. It's a crit on Chansey too, which is kind of a bummer. So we lose our first Pokemon here, not exactly what I was hoping for. Here comes the Confuse Ray, which is going to hit the Chansey. Definitely a bit annoying that we get hit. I wonder if Safeguard would have saved us, but I guess it doesn't matter. We would have been hit first. So hopefully we can break through this confusion here, and we actually hit ourselves a confusion and lose a solid 2 HP. So kind of a bummer there, but I think our next best play is to probably go into Shuckle, because I don't really have much of an answer. What I could do is I could try to use that guard or the power split and try to get some of those defenses over to the Chansey in case Shuckle's able to actually live a hit here. So I'm thinking I should soft boil, to be honest, just because I don't want him to go below half. So let's go for the soft boiled here, and we're gonna go for the Shuckle, and we're actually gonna do, which one do I want to do? Guard split? And we'll do the guard split on the Chansey, which is going to split our defenses and hopefully bulk that Chansey up. He's going to go for the Eruption again. This thing is doing eruptions in the sun, Choice Scarf, hitting everything super hard. Shuckle is going to be able to live the hit. He gets crit. This dude's just critting me. Chansey skillfully dodges. I don't think Shuckle's living this, unfortunately. And I really don't know how we're going to win this match at this point, just from the sheer fact that this guy's just destroying us with the sun already. Chansey needs to break through confusion, and I don't, and I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say this kid's gonna beat us on the first turn, and we don't even get to attack yet. We haven't even attacked yet. How does that even make sense? How is that even fair? Someone tell me. Okay, well, Chansey's gonna have to soft bolt again, and I'm gonna have to use this thing, and we're gonna go for Snarl, and I can't Psych up, so I guess I gotta see if I can live a hit and Snarl and maybe drop their special attack a little bit. He's gonna switch to Ninetales, which is actually really good for me, and go into what? Noivern. So he's gonna start boom bursting things, but I'm not actually that worried about that. So Sableye is gonna Mega Evolve here. I'm gonna try to get the Snarl off and reduce their special attacks. Maybe that'll weaken this Eruption a little bit. I think we can easily live one with the Chansey. I don't know how well the Sableye is going to take it, to be honest, but Chansey lives barely. We're going to get the Snarl off. We're going to be able to also recover off the damage. That does a little bit to the Typhlosion. The Noivern's going to lose a little bit of health here. The Noivern actually might have Switcheroo, and if Chansey can actually get an attack off, that would be lovely. We actually do get the soft boiled off, which is nice. So Chansey's gonna soft boiled, but at this point in the match, I really don't see how I can win this one. We got a couple first turn hacks with the confusion. Not much I could do there. We're gonna go for the minimize, because there's not really anything else I could do. I'll go for the recover just in case I can. No, let's go for the Snarl just in case, but I really don't see how this is gonna work out that well. Here comes the Eruption again. There goes our Sableye. We're left to just Chansey, which doesn't look too good, especially with this Noivern. Chansey's bulky. but not bulky enough. So here comes the taunt, and that means we lost. This is where Aromatisse comes in. Aromatisse is able to, you know, pick up the win. So we're actually just going to run here because I have no way of winning, and we'll try our hand at the next match, I suppose. Rookie mistake by me. I've never even faced a Noivern, let alone faced Typhlosion and all that other stuff. So we're going to take our first loss here, and it's a brutal start to our aDrive to the top of Battlespot. We're a ways away from being at the top, guys. I think we have a little bit of work yet to do here to get to the top. Not a good start. That was not how I wanted to start this one. That was not how I wanted to start this one. So let's try it again. Maybe we can get some tomfoolery up in here and actually beat somebody. We'll use our in-party team again, and maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll face someone who's not bringing eruption stuff, you know? I don't even know what I could have done against that guy. Okay, so we're 0-1. Our battle spot rating dropped a little bit. Maybe we can break even here. Here comes someone who's under. We actually are facing someone who's under us. So maybe we'll stand a chance. Here comes some power. Okay, so Charizard, Terrakion. Oh my god. Terrakion's a problem. So Thundurus does carry Taunt, which I'm scared about. Aromatisse is nice. Let's lead with Chansey and Gourgeist, because if I lead with, hold on, let me think about this. I want this thing to not taunt me, so I think that's what I need to do, and then I'm gonna put Sableye and Aromatisse, and I think that's what we need to do. So let's try this. Let's try this again, and hope that they don't bring the Thundurus, which really they might not bring the Thundurus, and that looks like it's gonna be a Sun Venusaur, which isn't too big of a deal, as long as it doesn't really poison me or something. We'll see how this goes. Again, I've never played this team before, nor have I never played VGC, so we're learning a lot here simultaneously. There's so many things we have to learn, and I don't expect to do very well initially, especially with a team I never even used. Bisharp and Togekiss. So that's very interesting. So I got Chansey and Gourgeist here. Now, what I'm thinking I should do is first let's see what items they have, because I might be able to just go for the Willow. So he's got Life Orb on Bisharp and Lefties on the other thing. What I'm thinking I should do here is just go for the Minimize, because that's what Chansey's supposed to do, is just minimize against everything. And then I can Will-O-Wisp the Bisharp and see how that goes, because we're going to be faster. So if I can cripple this Bisharp right off the bat, that would actually be pretty useful. I doubt that Togekiss is carrying Heal Bell. Is that a thing that people do in VGC? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never played VGC before, so we're going to find out. But I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I go first. We actually hit it, which is amazing. That's going to cripple this Bisharp. If he has the knockoff, which I'm sure he does, it's going to be kind of unfortunate. He goes to the knockoff, probably against the Chansey. It doesn't do anything. We lose our Eviolite, though, which is a problem. But now we're going to be dealing with the hacks of this thing going for T-Wave. I could have gone for the Safeguard. Unfortunately, I did not. But Gourgeist actually is the one who gets paralyzed, which is fine. And I'm going to be able to get my first Minimize off here, which is not a huge issue, because we're going to be able to eventually get our Sableye out there and steal these Minimizes. So that's what we need to focus on, is getting that to be the case. So now I'm going to Minimize again with Chansey, and I guess I should just Willow the... you know what? I think we should go into Aromatisse. Let's go into Aromatisse with Gourgeist, because Gourgeist is locked into it anyway. And if Chansey gets paralyzed, I don't really care. So let's do that. Now that the Bisharp is burned, as long as it doesn't crit me, it's pretty much crippled. So let's bring Aromatisse in so he can't taunt me, which is the purpose of Aromatisse. He's going for the knockoff, which was aimed for the Gourgeist. It's not going to do much to Aromatisse. We lose our Citrus Berry, I believe, so that's fine. He takes more Life Orb damage. He's going to take more burn damage as well. Here comes the Thunder Wave coming in, which is going to paralyze our Chansey, but again, I'm not too worried about that, because Chansey's not really going to be doing too much. It should just be minimizing up. We get our second Minimize up here, which is not too shabby at all. It's going to boost our evasiveness 2 more stages. So one more Minimize here, and we're headed in the right direction for our strategy. So we just click Minimize again. And now Aromatisse can do a couple different things. I'm thinking the Trick Room makes the most sense. Heal Pulse is also nice to just heal up our Chansey. We can also Trick Room, or Protect if we want, but I think the Trick Room is going to make the most sense to make sure I'm going first, which will help us out. So let's go for the Trick Room. He's going for the Iron Head, trying to get some flinch action. It's going to do a lot to our Aromatisse, but he is still burned. Not too worried about that. He takes more Life Orb. And now we're going to be able to go faster. Here comes the Air Slash, which does hit the Chansey, even though I'm +4 evasiveness. And there's the flinch, so kind of annoying. We do get the Trick Room off, though, which is nice. So our Chansey is going to be the fastest thing on the field. And Aromatisse can now Heal Pulse the Chansey, and we can just get this thing out there. So that works kind of good for me. So let's go for the Minimize. get our third minimize off, and I think I should just go for the heal pulse or the reflect. I think the reflect actually makes more sense because I could probably get the reflect up and then live an iron head, so let's do that. Here comes the minimize. I get the minimize off, so that's our 6 evasiveness. Now we just need to get the calm minds going here. Let's get the reflex flying. Now I can take the hit a little bit better from the Bishop, and I don't have to worry about this Togekiss flinching me. Here comes the air slash. Somehow this thing does not miss. Who knows? Here comes the Iron Head, which is going into the Aromatisse. Assuming no crit, I should live because of the Reflect, and I do, which is absolutely wonderful. So Bisharp continues to get worn down, and it looks like he's got 1 turn left before Bisharp goes down. We do have this Trick Room up, which is wonderful. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind here, and then I'm pretty free to just go for the Heal Pulse, which will heal our little Chansey here, which will be nice. So let's do that. We do go first. He's going to go for the Extreme Speed on the Aromatisse. I don't know if that's actually going to kill. It does not kill, so a wasted turn. Chansey gets paralyzed, unable to get the Calm Mind up right away, but I am going to be able to Heal Pulse, and that'll heal up the Chansey a little bit. And unfortunately, still no Calm Minds, but here comes the Iron Head and misses the Chansey, which is absolutely wonderful. The Bisharp does go down, so we get rid of the first Pokemon, and Chansey is +6 now on the evasiveness. No Calm Minds up yet, but we still do have the Trick Room, so hopefully we can get 1 more turn out of our Aromatisse. Here comes a Charizard, actually. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go for the Calm Mind on the Chansey, and I'm actually going to protect on the Aromatisse to get 1 more free turn out of Aromatisse before I bring my Sableye in, because I would really like to have that Chansey with at least +1 special attack and special defense before I bring Sableye in, you know? So he's got Drought. I do have to watch out for Dazzling Gleam, but I will be +6, so I mean, we should be alright. Here's the Protect. We're able to get the Protect off, obviously, which is fine. I don't think it's a big deal. And Extreme Speed comes in, cannot touch me, and I get fully paralyzed again. Definitely a bummer. Here comes the Flamethrower. Chansey skillfully dodges it, which is beautiful. Looks like the Trick Room's still going. So I'm going to go for the Calm Mind again, and let's hope that we get a nice little damage roll here. I guess I could go for the Double Protect. It really doesn't hurt me to go for a Double Protect. I could also go back into Gourgeist here, but I think the Double Protect is fine. Might as well just give it a go. I don't really think there's anything else to do. I do go for the Protect. I get the Double Protect, baby. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And the Calm Mind finally getting some boosts here. So we got him +1 Spadef, +1 special attack. We're also +6 on the evasiveness go. He's gonna go for the Air Slash and misses the Chansey. Here comes the Flamethrower. Does hit the Chansey and does pitiful damage. Did more than I thought it was going to, actually. But that's fine. I'm gonna go for the Soft Boiled on the Chansey, and I'll actually go for the Trick Room just in case he doesn't attack me. Here comes the Extreme Speed on the Aromatisse, I'm assuming. There it is. That is going to knock out Aromatisse. Kind of a bummer, but that's okay. And the Flamethrower is going to aim for the Chansey. It does hit me, actually. He keeps hitting me. I need to not get paralyzed. We get the Soft Boiled off, which is awesome. Keep in mind, we don't have a Violite anymore, so our special defense is not going to be as good as we would like it to be. But, and there goes our Reflect. So now what I can do is I can go into Gourgeist here and do a couple things. Or I can go to Sableye as well. I'm a little bit worried about this Togekiss, but we'll try it. This is what this strategy is about. So we're going to go to Sableye, and we'll see how this works. He's still got the Sun up, which is kind of a bummer. I'm going to go for, what should I go for? The Hyper Voice, the Soft Boiled. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice to get damage off, I think. Does the Calm Mind make any sense right now? Might as well Calm Mind. Let's try that. And then Sableye is going to go for Mega Evolution and Psych Up on the Chansey to steal. It's +6 evasiveness with our little Sableye. Hopefully this, for some reason, this Togekiss does not have Dazzling Gleam. I'm sure it does. But we'll be able to go +6 here with the evasiveness, and he's going to have a hard time hitting us. He's got to hit. We're going to get +6 with this Sableye. This is what this strategy is all about. We're going to take it. He's going to go for the Flamethrower. He misses. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam and misses the Chansey, but hits the Sableye. No! Let's see how much this does. Sableye eats that, dude. Here comes another Calm Mind coming in from the Chansey, which I love to see. Now what I can do is start snarling like a champ. I have Recover, I have Snarl. We can weaken their special attack. The Sun's going to be gone soon. Let's go for one more Calm Mind, I suppose, and then I'm going to go for the Snarl here to weaken their special attacks. He's going to go for the Flamethrower. He misses the Chansey. Here comes the Air Slash, misses the Sableye. I'm going to go for the Snarl. That's going to reduce their special attack and give me a little bit better of a chance. I'm not really doing anything to them, but we're going to drop their special attack for both of them, which is nice. And Chansey gets paralyzed, unfortunately. But now Sableye is looking a heck of a lot better. And the Sunlight's gone, so now he's going to be not nearly as effective. He does have the lefty, so We're gonna have to figure out a way to take down this Togekiss a little easier, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go for the Calm Mind one more time, and I think I'm gonna go for the... Well, the Dazzling Beam is probably not gonna do too much. Let's actually burn the Togekiss. This might be a bad play. He's gonna switch the Charizard to reset the Sun turns. In comes Venusaur, which doesn't have Sun right now, but it is shiny. I guess that's cool. It might actually have some sort of a status move, but it cannot touch. Can't hit the Sableye. Here comes the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to connect on the Togekiss, which is going to do more than the leftovers are going to do, which is nice. And we do get the Calm Mind up, which is beautiful. So now Sableye can either try to copy the stat changes again from Chansey to take an extra Calm Mind boost, or I can just start trying to whittle him down. I think I should just go for a Snarl with Sableye. I don't know if I'm cutting myself too close here. I just don't want to get poisoned on anything. That would be kind of annoying. Well, I guess he can't poison Chansey, so it's kind of irrelevant. Let's go for one more Calm Mind. Wait, did I? No, let's go for one more Calm Mind, yeah. And let's go for the Snarl here on his other two Pokemon. Here comes the Togekiss. Is it just going to get switched out? Probably back into the Charizard to get those boosts. Here comes the Charizard, trying to get those Sun boosts back up, which is fine because I'm going to get the Snarl off in a moment here, and that's going to allow me to reduce their special attacks. So we'll see how this goes. He goes for Protect on the Venusaur. That's fine. Really just wants to get that Sun boost, but at least I'll weaken the Charizard here with the Snarl. Venusaur doesn't get affected by it, but I'm pretty sure we can take a hit. There goes the Charizard, taking more damage. Chansey does get the Calm Mind off. So now I have a tough decision. Do I try to Psych up again, or do I just recover? Because that Venusaur might actually be able to do a decent amount of damage to my Sableye here. And I'm thinking, I don't know how much it's going to do, but let's go for another Calm Mind. The thing is, I'm going to be taking the hit second, so I'm debating on what I should do here. Let's go for the Recover just to be safe. Let's go for the Grass Pledge. Actually, Fire Pledge. So they have become one. Sableye skillfully dodges, so it doesn't even matter. This guy used Fire and Grass Pledge. I didn't even know that was a thing. Does that even do any damage? Chansey gets paralyzed again, unfortunately, but I'm pretty free to just Snarl now. So let's do that. Let's go for one more Calm Mind. Actually, you know what we'll do? Let's go for the Psych Up again on Chansey so I can steal these Calm Mind boosts. That would be nice. That would be very nice. There's the Grass Pledge. Here's the Fire Pledge. And they hit it! I don't know how much this does. Oh my goodness. What does it even do? Well, I'm gonna Psych up that special defense boost, but oh my god. Chansey's gonna Calm Mind again. They're really trying to hit my Sableye now. That did way more than I ever would have thought it would do. I don't even know if that did so much. Oh, does it burn me every turn? It does. Wow. Whoa, why does it keep hurting me? Oh, Chansey gets hurt by it too. That's really cool, actually. I've never even seen that happen. You guys just saw something I've never even seen. Let's go for that big Hyper Voice. And we'll see how that does. I'm going to go for the Recover, I think, because we're definitely about to die here. If he hits me with an attack, we're dead. So here comes the Grass Pledge. He's going to try to hit me. We're +6 evasiveness. You're not going to hit me. He hits me! Oh, he hits the Chansey this time. I don't care if you hit the Chansey, dude. I don't care if you hit the Chansey. How does he keep hitting me? I swear this girl has such luck with actually hitting my Pokemon. Alright, we're gonna heal up though, which is nice. Here comes the Hyper Voice. Doesn't really do anything. I'm sure it'll just be... Whoa, that did way more. Oh, I have the Calm Minds up. There we go. Forgot about that. Not bad at all. I really need to heal up as best as I can, because these pledges and stuff, they're just doing some crazy stuff to me. We gotta go for the Soft Boiled here. This Paralysis has been a damper on us. We're going to Recover with Sableye as well. And let's hope for the misses here. I feel like the miss is very likely. We're definitely in line for a miss, right? You haven't hit us in a while. Or you've hit us a couple times now. You're definitely in line for a miss. Throwback to my GBA team here. Sableye Chansey Core. That's the reason why I wanted to use this team. Because you guys know I had the Sableye Chansey Core in the GBA. Brought us to the finals. And we lost, unfortunately. But I thought it'd be fun to bring this here. So we'll see how this goes. What do you got for me, dude? What do you got for me? Fire and Grass Pledge. I really have to look up what those actually do. Here comes the Sludge Bomb. Misses the Chansey. Charizard goes for Flamethrower. Hits whatever it went for, the Chansey. Hopefully we actually can get our Soft Boiled off here. I'm going to go for the Recover. Chansey's Hyper Voice actually did a tremendous amount before. And Chansey is fully paralyzed again. Ugh, can't be affording that. There goes the Sunlight, which is huge. So we know what these Pokemon are running. These pledge things are actually like doing damage to us. This is kind of annoying. Chansey could totally take another hit though. Like even if they double attack the Chansey, that does so much. Oh my god. All right, we gotta get the softball off here like ASAP, and I need to go for a Snarl here, and that would actually knock out the Charizard. Here comes the Fire Pledge. Here comes the Grass Pledge. Miss. He hits it on the Chansey. Chansey actually lives it because it's an absolute beast. The Snarl comes off. This should knock out the Charizard. This has been the stalliest match in the world. Yes, Charizard goes down. Oh, we're sitting much better here. We still have our Gourgeist in the back too. Chansey gets fully paired again. Now I wonder if the Charizard, since it's gone, if the pledge things still do anything. Nope, it's still gonna pledge me. I feel like I'm in a sorority or fraternity now. A fraternity probably makes more sense. Alright, Chansey, you are pretty much dead, Chansey. You're dead, aren't you? You're not gonna make it another turn, are you? Thanks for that, bud. Here comes Togekiss, which we know is a problem. I don't know how Chansey is going to make it out of this alive, so we're going to Soft Boiled. We need him to miss twice, and I need to not get hit in confusion, or not get fully paired. We're going to go for the nice Snarl here, try to get some damage off on these things. And here comes the Dazzling Gleam, misses the Chansey, misses the Sableye. Giga Drain comes in, misses the Chansey, Snarl comes in. Whew! Oh my god. The Venusaur almost goes down. Chansey, please, I need you to Soft Boiled. You got Soft Boiled here, Chansey. No! Chansey, you're supposed to Soft Boiled, homie. What are you doing? You got a Soft Boiled. I need you to Soft Boiled. Alright, here we go. We're gonna take out the Venusaur here if we get a Snarl off. But we need Chansey to get this Soft Boiled so badly. We need it to happen because I don't think Gourgeist has any attacking moves. We're gonna Soft Boiled again, and Sableye is gonna Snarl. I need you to skillfully dodge some stuff, Chansey. Protect from Venusaur, not surprised it wants to live another turn, but that's one more chance for Chansey to live. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam, misses the Chansey, misses the Sableye. Sableye comes in with the Snarl. This is hilarious. Oh my god. The Venusaur is able to live. Don't get paralyzed, Chansey. This is your chance. Yes! Whew! That's what I'm talking about, Chansey. That is what I'm talking about, baby girl. Way to live that like an absolute champ. Oh my god, I can just Hyper Voice now. Hyper Voice and Snarl. This Venusaur is not looking too good. It goes down to one more Snarl or Hyper Voice, whichever one. And it looks like we might actually be able to pick up a win here. I don't want to get too confident because there's still many things to happen. But we're going to go for the Hyper Voice. We're going to go for the Snarl. And hopefully we'll get rid of at least the Venusaur this turn. He's going to double protect on the Venusaur, which is actually a smart play, knowing it's going to go down anyway. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam, misses the Chansey, hits the Sableye though. Now we are pretty bulky, and we're going to... Oh my god, did anyone see how much damage that just did not do? Togekiss somehow skillfully dodges. Here comes a Hyper Voice going into the Togekiss with the burn. That does a lot of damage. I think on the next turn, if all goes well, we might actually be able to pick up the W here. Venusaur gains a little bit of health. I'm just going to click Snarl and Hyper Voice, and I think that could actually do it. We might actually win a match here with this funky team, our little minimize, skillfully dodging team. There's the forfeit, and we're going to pick up our first ever win on aDrive to the top of Battlespot. Thank you, Erica, for the match. I'm so sorry about the hacks. Not really, not really. If you guys want to see this match again, if you want to see this team again on the next episode, please do me a favor and let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see another team entirely, please let me know. I'm happy to try different things out. This is kind of a semi-serious, semi-non-serious series. I want to take, you know, some time to learn how to do Battlespot, learn VGC, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll end up competing next year in VGC. I went to Boston Worlds this past weekend, and it was a lot of fun, or 2 weekends ago, so we'll see what happens, man. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Don't forget our question of the day, and you guys can show your love on that like button. I would really appreciate it. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm gonna get the heck out of here. That was fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.